Magandang araw! Ngayon ay magkakaroon ulit tayo ng lesson at ang lesson natin ay Module 4.1 ng ating Flexible Training for Work program. Para sa core skill natin today, ang titignan natin, ang pag-aaralan natin ay ang professional skills, yung paano tayo mag-maintain ng right attitude at proper decorum. Talagang paghahanda na ito para sa paparatingin yung on-the-job training. So alam ko excited na kayo, pero bago yun, nais naming ipaalala sa inyo na may mga professional skills na kailangan na meron tayo bago tayo bumaba sa field. Alright, so para sa professional skills na Module 4.1, ang una nating papag-aralan ay ang managing yourself. Alright, paano ba natin i-manage yung ating sarili? Alright, ang bawat isa sa inyo, lahat kayo ay adults na, lahat kayo ay youth, karamihan sa inyo ay may mga adult responsibilities na. So, hindi na kayo, kumbaga, hindi na bago sa inyo yung pagmamanage ng sarili. But when you are in the workplace, kinakailangan pa rin ninyo kahit paano ay mag-adjust. Sa bahay kasi, kapag tayo yung nanay, madalas tayo yung nasusunod. Kung tayo yung tatay, madalas tayo yung nasusunod. But that's not going to happen in the workplace. Right? Paulit-ulit kong sinasabi na may mga bagay na kailangan nating i-adjust, may mga bagay na kailangan tayong sumunod sa utos. And paano ba natin ma-make sure na sumusunod tayo sa kinakailangan or nagagawa natin yung deliverables ng hindi naman tayo nagbe-breakdown. Alright? So that's our topic number 1. What is self-management? Alright? So when we hear the word manager, we usually think of another person, someone above us, who controls and administers our work environment. Naisip natin yung mga boss natin, no? Managers are commonly seen as decision makers in the work environment. Sila yung nagli-lead ng mga organisasyon para maging matagumpay ito. Pero, sa araw na to, ang nais kong kilalanin ninyo ay ang isa pang napakahalagang manager, kayo. You are a manager. You are managing yourself. Kapag meron na kayo, kapag nasa on-the-job training na kayo, may job na kayo. So you are managing your job. So may deliverables kayo, kagaya ng sinanay namin sa buong programa na to. Meron kayong kailangang pag-aralan, meron kayong kailangang isubmit. Ganun din kapag nasa job na tayo, may mga trabahong kailangang gawin. We call that deliverables. So regardless of your position in your company or your organization, you have the power to manage yourself and be your own boss. This is called self-management. Now, ano bang ibig sabihin namin ito? Ang ibig sabihin ba nito, utos-utusan natin yung boss natin or yung supervisor natin? No, that's not what I mean. What we mean is, we want you to manage yourself so that you can feel like you're a boss. You're on top of all your deliverables. At meron pa kayong natitirang enerhiya para sa sarili ninyo, para sa mga anak ninyo, para sa mga pamangkin ninyo. Now, self-management is your ability to work in productive ways regardless of the working environment. So kayo nasubukan na ninyo, no? Meron na kayong experience itong buong training natin na puro online. May mga pagkakataon na sinasabi ninyo sa akin na minsan hindi kayo makapagpasa dahil may problema sa bahay. Mangyayari pa rin yan. Magpapatuloy pa rin yan. And so, kagaya ng ginawa ninyo sa programa natin na kahit na may problema sa bahay, sinubukan pa rin ninyong magpasa. Otherwise, magsisend ng notice of termination si Ms. Herbel, ganun din yung gagawin ninyo. Kapag meron na kayong nasa trabaho na kayo, kahit anong nangyayari, kailangan ma-manage ninyo yung sarili na magawa pa rin yung deliverables. So self-management is a choice that you make. Kung may gusto, maraming paraan. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. Alright? So, Self-management is your ability to consciously apply the skills that you have learned. And I'm going to say this again. Kapag nasa trabaho na kayo, hindi kayo hahabulin ng boss nyo para gawin ng paulit-ulit yung trabaho na inutos na niya. Ang gagawin ng boss nyo, ilalatag ang job description ninyo, and then hahayaan kayo na gawin at trabahuin yung inyong trabaho. Right? Kapag ang boss ninyo message na ng message sa inyo, matakot kayo because that means you're not doing well. That means papalating na yung notice of termination. At sa tunay na buhay, notice of termination means mawawalan ka ng trabaho, mawawalan ka ng pambili mo ng mga bagay na kailangan mo, kailangan ng pamilya nyo. Alright? So, it is very important na kayo ay kayang i-manage yung sarili ninyo. Ako bilang isang guro, teenager pa lang, grade 7 pa lamang ang mga estudyante namin, tinuturuan na namin silang mag-self-manage. Alright? Again, hindi kayo hahabulin ng boss niyo para gawin ang deliverables. Responsibilidad din nyo na gawin iyon. Now, what are the core skills of self-management? Ano ba yung mga little techniques, no? Self-management is a set of skills that can be developed. Alright? Kaya kayo dumaan sa mahabang proseso ng programang ito. Minsan, napapagod na kayo. Minsan, mababanas kayo. But this is actually a way for you to train your self-management skill. Tinitrain na namin kayo na matuto na maggumawa ng deliverables. Sana nakita ninyo yon. Sana natutunan niyo yung skill na yon. It involves knowing where you are, alright, where you want to go, and how to get there. Okay? Where you are, where you want to go, at kung paano ka pupunta doon. May mga core skills ng self-management. The first thing that you have to do is that at the core ay ikaw. Mahalaga ang iyong physical fitness and well-being. Isa sa siguro na nagulat kayo sa akin is that medyo matapang akong empleyado. Hindi ba? Sinabi ko sa inyo, trinain ko kayo to say no. Trinain ko kayo to enforce boundary. That is very important in self-management. You are only managing yourself well kung on top ka sa iyong physical well-being at physical fitness. Kung kalma ka lang, that's one self-management skill. So how do you do this? These are some things that you can do. Schedule your day well to include meals and breaks. Importante yung pagkain, importante yung pahinga. Importante yung Spotify break, yung Netflix break, yung iba, Mobile Legends break. Basta break lang ha, hindi na yung 4 na oras ka na naging marathon na or tinapos mo na yung K-drama na pinapanood mo. No. Schedule your day para kasama yung meals at kasama yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya sa'yo. That's the first thing. Regulate your screen time by taking 20 seconds off the screen every 20 minutes and focusing your gaze on an object that is 20 feet away. This is recommended by the American Optometric Association to avoid digital eye strain. Ito minsan yung problema ko, no, dahil halos maghapon ako nakatingin sa screen. So, ang ginagawa ko minsan, talagang pumipikit ako, lumalayo ako, at nagpapahinga. Alright? Importante na pagpahingahin yung sarili. Find ways to work either while standing or sitting, allowing some movement where you might otherwise stay in the same position for hours. Ito yung maganda sa karamihan sa inyo, no? Pagbaba nyo ng field, maiinat-inat na ninyo yung mga paa, mga kamay ninyo. So, it's gonna be a fun place for you, no? May exercise kayo kapag nasa job na kayo. And ito, ang importante din, get enough sleep and rest. Kumuha ng sapat na tulog at pahinga. Karamihan sa inyo may mga responsibilities, right? Kung may partner kayo, give them, kumbaga, hatiin ninyo yung responsibility ninyo. Hindi pwedeng nagtatrabaho na kayo, lahat pa sa bahay ikaw ang gagawa. That's wrong. Alright? That's abuse. Okay? Kung may partner kayo, hati kayo ng trabaho ng partner ninyo. And that goes sa buong sa magkaparehong gender ha, sa babae at sa lalaki. So, kung may partner kayo, maghati kayo sa trabaho, maghati kayo sa pag-aalaga sa mga anak, sa paglalaba. Kung wala kayong partner, kung single mom kayo or single dad kayo, manghingi kayo ng tulong sa inyong mga kamag-anak. Alright? Hindi mo kaya ang lahat. Kapag kinaya mo ang lahat, babagsak ka at wala nang makakapitan yung pamilya mo kapag bumagsak ka. Alright? Remember that, class. Alright, so get enough sleep and rest. The second thing is, kailangan matutunan ninyo kung paano i-manage ang stress. Alright? Kagaya nyo, marami rin akong mga stress sa buhay. Maraming mga umaasa sa akin. Pero nagagawa ko pa rin kumalma-kalma. At hindi yun dahil magaling ako. Nagagawa ko yun dahil natutunan ko yung mga technique. May mga taong nag-train sa akin kung paano i-manage yung stress. So, to avoid stress and to resist stress at the workplace, here are some things that you can remember. Number 1, do what helps you to release your stress and do it responsibly. Alright? Kung may bagay na nagpapasaya sa'yo at may paraan para ma-release yung stress mo, as long as wala ka namang natatapakang karapatan ng ibang tao at hindi mo sinisira yung buhay mo, do it. It's fine. Alright? Even if that includes listening to BTS or whatever it is that makes you happy. Alright? Do what helps you to release your stress and do it responsibly. Okay? Walang magja-judge sa'yo. Alright? Minsan, kapag sobrang na yung frustrations natin, hanap tayo ng lugar na malayo sa mga tao. Lumayo ka. Magmura ka. Basta walang makakarinig sa'yo. Ilabas mo yung galit mo. Alright? Tapos, pag nalabas mo na, pag natanggal na lahat ng mga venom sa katawan mo, balik ka na. Ngiti ka na ulit. Alright? Okay? So do what helps you to release your stress, but do it responsibly. Ensure na kapag ginusto nyong magwala, sa malayo, wala kayong masasaktan o walang magmi-misunderstand na baka akala nila sila yung minumura mo. Alright? You can do it, but you have to do it responsibly. Second, pause, breathe, and think before you make your next move. Minsan, dun tayo nadadali kapag hindi tayo nag-iisip. So kapag mainit ang ulo natin, pikit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bago gumalaw. Alright? Take breaks when you need to. Kung kailangan mo ng break, go. Alright? You can tell your katrabaho or your boss, Sir, Ma'am, I need 5 minutes para pakalmahin yung sarili ko. Can I excuse myself? You can do that. Alright? Lastly, stay flexible. Madalas, na-frustrate tayo. Tayo ang pinagmumulan ng frustration natin. It comes from our needs and expectations na hindi natin magawa. Kasi napakataas ng expectations natin. So, minsan, i-manage natin yung expectations natin and it will be easier. Mas madali tayong maging kalmado. Wala to dito, pero ituturo ko na rin. Nung college ako tinuro sa amin, may 3 paraan to manage stress. Or ito rin yung tinuturo ko sa mga estudyante ko. The first one, kapag may bagay na may stressor, is action-oriented. Umalis ka, lumayo ka. Iwasan mo yung stress. That's the first one. The second, kung hindi mo pwedeng iwasan, emotion-oriented. Okay? Change your emotion. Tanggapin mo yung sitwasyon or isipin mo from other perspective. Kasi ang mangyayari, mababawasan yung galit, mababawasan yung stress, mababawasan yung anxiety. Alright? Action-oriented, emotion-oriented. Pero kung talagang yung stress or a gravity problem at hindi talaga natin magawa ng paraan, the third is acceptance-oriented. May mga bagay na kailangan nating tanggapin. May mga bagay na minsan wala tayong magagawa. Kailangan nating tanggapin. At kailangan nating i-circumnavigate, ikutan para malagpasan. Action-oriented, emotion-oriented, acceptance-oriented. So, labanan natin yung stress. Okay? The third na paraan para ma-manage yung ating sarili is communication. Here are some things. Okay, we did this in Module 1. Here are some things that you have to remember when you are communicating. Always start with facts. Kung ano ang facts, numbers, figures, statistics. Share your own opinions only when you have thought them through. Remember na ang opinion ay nakukoloran minsan ng sarili nating biases. Minsan, yung bias natin colors our opinion. That's one. Minsan, ang nangyayari is nagpo-project tayo. Pino-project natin yung iniisip natin, akala natin yung iniisip natin, yun yung iniisip ng ibang tao. Sometimes we project thoughts into someone else's, into someone else. And those are wrong. Alright? Minsan, yun ang dahilan ng conflict sa workplace. So, para maiwasan yun, iwasan ng opinion, stay with the facts. For example, sa buwang ito, 24 days kang absent. So, ang iyong performance ay mababa. Sa klase natin, sa 10 linggo ng ating pag-aaral, 10 home tasks ang hindi mo naipasa. Therefore, hindi kita maipapasa. Alright? You will be terminated. Something like that. So you stay with the facts. Alright? The second thing is, here's one more. Less is more. Alright? Konting salita is better. Alright? How can you express yourself in a few words but still have such great impact? Balik kayo dun sa Module 1 natin. Paano natin sasabihin in the simplest way ang mga bagay-bagay? Less is more. Less talk, less mistakes. Next, choose your timing. Natatandaan ninyo, meron tayong collaboration, yung module natin sa collaboration, ano? Tapos, pagre-read ng ibang tao. Choose your timing. Kailan pa kailangan ng colleagues ninyo na marinig yun? Tignan naman natin, kapain naman natin, baka naman kagagaling niya ng pagalitan ni boss, tas dadagdag ka pa. Wag. Alright? Kapain. When are your words useful to your team? Madalas, ang best venue para magbigay ng feedback are meetings. Alright? Yun ang venue. Sa lugar kung saan naririnig kayo ng lahat. Alright? Or kung merong mga feedback forms, isulat sa feedback forms. Alright? Hindi yung chismisan ng chismisan. It's not gonna get solved kapag ganon. And it will just cause a lot of stress. Marami sa inyo nagsabi na yun yung ayaw ninyo. Alright? So, that's the core skill of self-management. The fourth one is focus. Yan yung tinuturo namin. Yan yung pinagdaanan ninyo sa buong training natin. To help train your brain for self-management, sinanay namin yung utak ninyo actually to create and to think. Alright? So, to help train your brain for self-management, you have to find the right problems before you start solving. Remember, Module 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. All right? You have to identify the right problem. You have to frame the right problem. All right? Within the right perspective. If you're working on the wrong problem, you will never achieve the results you want. Sayang lang yung effort. Sayang ang brain cell. All right, next. When making decisions, ground yourself by asking, what's in the best interest of my team? Ano ba yung makakatulong sa team ko? Alright? Next, set short-term and long-term goals for yourself and determine how your current actions help bring you closer to your goals. Nag-umpisa tayo sa goal setting. Kahit mahirap lang tayo, sinanay namin kayo na magtakda ng goal. Alright? Magbigay kayo ng goal for yourself. Karamihan ng mga goals ninyo are achievable, practical goals, and those are good. Those are really, really good. Hindi naman kailangan stratospheric yung goal natin, no? As long as you have practical, doable goal, that's good enough. Basta meron ka lang direksyon sa buhay at alam mo kung saan patutungo yung buhay mo. Alright? That's self-management. Alright? And when you find yourself stuck, switch up task and come back to them later. Kapag hindi nahihirapan ka talaga, itabi mo muna. Punta ka muna sa labahan at maglaba ka muna. Alright? So when you get stuck, don't force it. Let your body tell you. Alright? Maglaba ka muna. Magplansya ka muna. Basta wag mo na magtagal. Baka mamaya, naubos na oras mo sa kakaplansya. Alright? So, when you find yourself stuck, pahinga muna, and then balikan mo. Alright? The next is time management. To help train your brain for self-management, make to-do list. Ilatag ninyo, okay? Ilatag ninyo yung kailangan ninyong gawin. Again, paulit-ulit naming sinasabi, you need to visualize. You need to concretize. Hindi pwedeng nasa utak lang. It is one thing to plan in your head and trust your memory, and another to write it all down. Kapag sinulat nyo na, mas magiging doable, mas magiging actionable. You have to also prioritize those tasks. Maraming kailangan gawin. Pero, hindi ka superhuman. At kagaya nga ng sinasabi ko, hindi pwedeng lahat ng gawain gawin mo. May mga pagkakataon na pipili ka ng mahalaga. So depending on what you value, you might prioritize based on deadlines, dependency, impact, or your personal interest and skills. So sa dinami-dami ng hindi matapos-tapos na gawain, how do you keep yourself sane? Paano ka hindi mababaliw? You need to learn to prioritize. Pumili ka ng bagay na kaya mong gawin. Then, you schedule that task. Alright? Even if your tasks seem infinite, our work hours and energy are finite. So, schedule your task accordingly. Hindi naman to kailangan na dapat per oras magagawin ka. Pwede namang vague lang. Sa ganitong oras, ito yung gagawin ko. 1 o'clock, ito yung gagawin ko. Maglilinis, alright, ng corner na to. 2 o'clock, inventory report. Alright? So, i-schedule ninyo. Alright? At ito, 5 minutes early is on time. Aim to be early instead of just on time. This leaves you room for unexpected delays and gives you more time to prepare. Alright? So, time management. You have to manage your time. The next thing is, time management. Alright, so here are the references that we'll use. The next topic is topic number 3. How will you develop self-management skills that benefit you and especially nabababa na kayo sa inyong workplace? Self-management, as I have been saying, contributes to a healthy, successful, and happy team. Self-management makes you productive. When you know your team's goals and you have ways to contribute to achieving these goals, you become a more productive member of your team. Okay? Self-management prepares you to be a leader in the workplace. If you're looking for professional advancement and ways to move up the career ladder, developing self-management skills will help unleash the leader in you. Alright? It's good na mag-start tayo at marunong tayo gumawa ng mga entry-level na mga jobs. But as you have learned, may skills kayo. May kakayahan kayong mag-isip. May kakayahan kayong magplano. And you have the ability to go up the ladder. It might take a while. It might take years. But with constant practice, you can move up the career ladder. At kaya ninyong ibigay yung stable na buhay para sa inyo. Again, ako, very practical ako. Hindi man kayo, I'm not sure, diba, hindi naman lahat nagiging mayamang-mayaman. But, as long as you're stable, you're happy, and you have a good life, a happy life, that's a successful life. So, yun yung goal ninyo. At yun din yung wish ko para sa inyo. A team of self-managing individual makes a healthy, happy, and successful team. With effective self-management, you contribute to more positive relationships in the workplace. You give your bosses and managers one less thing to worry about because they know that they can count on you. And the more that your bosses can count on you, the more invaluable you are in the workplace. At the more invaluable you are, the less likely na matanggal ka sa trabaho. Remember that. Alright, so here are some application, alright? So here are some scenario. Scenario number 1. You notice that your teammates have been messaging your work chat Viber group nonstop to express how tired and exhausted they are. So pagod na daw sila. One teammate even suggests quitting and just leaving all the work to your boss, who they say is utos ng utos, wala namang ginagawa. So galit na sila. You feel tired yourself, but you know that the work still needs to be done. What would you do and what self-management skill might help you? So, lahat ng mga nasa work chat, nagrereklamo na. Utos ng utos, wala namang ginagawa. Mag-resign na lang kaya ako. Alright? Ang daling magsabi, no? Mag-resign na lang kaya ako. No? Ayoko na nitong stress na to. But, the alternative to the stress is wala kang trabaho. At sa panahon ng pandemya, napakahirap ng walang mapagkukunan ng ikabubuhay. It might be cliche, but having a job is a blessing in itself. So, kalma tayo. Alright? What would we do? Alright? What self-management skill might help you? So, kalma. Huwag makisali sa bandwagon. Alright? So, pwede mong baguhin yung mood. Guys, kailangan na nating kalma lang tayo. Kailangan pa rin nating gawin eh. Start na tayo ha. And then, ito gagawin natin. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. Alright? Valid naman talaga yung reklamo. Totoo yun. Totoo naman talaga yun. But, the moment you just got stuck on complaining, you do nothing about it, ikaw ang matatalo because you're the one that might be terminated and you're the one who needs the job. Alright? So, basta hindi naman basta sakto lang naman dun sa trabaho ninyo talaga yung hinihingi ng boss ninyo, just do it. Alright? Just do it. Second, you filed for vacation leave on Friday to celebrate your mother's birthday. On Thursday, your boss asks you if you can report to work on Friday because he needs to take the day off for his own family emergency. What would you do? What self-management skill might help you? Sasabihin mo ba, "Ay sir, nag-promise ka eh. Ito na, pinirmahan mo." You can do that. Pero magiging maldita ka. So, ekis ka sa bossing mo. Look at yung situation niya. So, it's a family emergency. Isang bagay na hindi niya maiiwasan. So you have to be flexible, change your mindset, and say, sige po, um, dahil family emergency, papasok po ako. Pero kukunin ko pa rin po yung vacation leave ko ha. Hindi na nga lang po sa Friday, sa Monday or sa Tuesday. Alright? So you prioritize. At this point, priority natin yung matulungan yung boss natin because mas urgent yung need niya. Alright? Again, ang keyword ay family emergency kasi yun. Alright? So, you can do that. Pumasok ka pa rin, pero assert mo pa rin yung right mo to have a vacation leave. I-move mo lang to a different date. Number 3, working from home and in front of a computer the entire day for all your conference calls have been causing you headaches and eye strain. Most of your work requires you to work on a computer, and your teammates are requesting that you stay alert and online in case they need to reach out to you. What would you do? What self-management skill might help you? So, tignan natin, no? So, ito yung problema sa work from home, no? Ina-assume kasi natin na porket online, pwede nating padalhan, pwede nating tawagan ng tungkol sa mga work-related na mga bagay-bagay. Here's what you can do. Again, remember, physical fitness. Mahalaga na healthy ka. Physical fitness and well-being. Enforce your boundary. So, maglagay ka ng business hours. Say that you are available, that you will be available online within this time, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alright? Beyond that, natutulog ka, you are unreachable. Alright? Basta, you set reasonable hours. I do that with my students. Karamihan ng mga estudyante ko may tendency maging entitled. Nag-text sila sa akin, nagtatawag sila sa akin, nag-chat sila sa akin, alauna na madaling araw, and then they expect that the reply will be there. I give them a firm no. Ang gagawin ko is i-zone zone ko yan at bukas ko na sasagutan. Bukas ko na sasagutin. Alright? During business hours. You can enforce your boundary. Alright? Number 4. Your boss tells you about a new project your company is about to seal. She wants you to lead this project. Gusto niya ikaw yung mamuno, no? You check your to-do list and calendar and you know that you already have so much on your plate. Ang dami na. Leading this new project will require you to work overtime on weeknights and possibly take your weekends too. What would you do? What self-management skill might help you? Now, nakadepende to sa sitwasyon, ano? Karamihan sa atin, nanggaling tayo sa mahirap tayo, no? We jump at the chance to earn more money. If that is what you value, at kung kaya mo pa rin namang mapanatiling healthy ka, and that means hindi mo aakuin lahat ng trabaho sa bahay, ha? Hati kayo ng trabaho ng partner mo kung may partner ka o may isa ka pang inaasahan. Kung kaya mo yun, then go and get it. I understand, valid yung need for additional income. That's one. Second, pero kung hindi naman ganun kalaki yung pangangailangan at kung ang kapalit ng trabaho ay ang iyong sariling health at well-being, you can say no. You can say, pasensya na po at marami po kasi akong naka-line up na project para sa akin. Gustuhin ko man po na tanggapin yan. Baka po hindi ko mabigay yung best ko. Sa susunod po, sigurado po, kunin ko na po yung project na yan. Sa ngayon po, pasensya na po, pero sorry. Alright? Say that. Alright. So, key messages. Self-management is your ability to be your own boss. Self-management is a set of skills that can be developed. It involves knowing where you are, where you want to go, and how to get there. Self-management contributes to a healthy, happy, and successful team. Alright? Sa panahon ngayon, importante na hindi naman tayo miserable sa pinagtatrabahuan natin. Masyado ng puro ng stress ang ating paligid, ang ating mundo. And so, don't add a miserable workplace sa inyong stressors. Alright? Kagaya ng lahat ng mga modules, meron tayong home task. And this one is actually a very, very simple home task na ginagawa na ninyo. Alright? So reflect on the self-management skills that are shared in this session. For each skill, recall instances where you found yourself practicing the self-management core skills. Similarly, recall instances where you did not use this skill, but you know that you could have benefited from doing so. So, isa-isahin mo yung self-management skill, yung nagawa mo ng maayos, physical fitness and well-being, at yung opportunity mo for practice, yung that time hindi mo nagawa, pero next time gagawin mo na. Alright? Good practice, mga bagay na ginagawa mo para masuportahan mo yung itong mga core skills ng self-management. Opportunity for practice, ito yung mga pagkakamali mo dati kasi naabuso mo yung sarili mo. Alright? So, okay? So, for example, sa physical fitness and well-being, ano yung good practice, no? Good practice yung meron kang, may meditation ka. May meditation. 1-minute meditation. Opportunity for practice, ako kasi madalas nakaupo lang. Yung aking mga housemate ay nagsusumba na. Pero ako ay tinatamad. So, opportunity for practice ko yun, no? Next time, I need to join or I can join my housemates so that I will be physically fit. Alright? Opportunity for practice. The first is physical fitness and well-being. Pangalawa, paano mo matitiyak na physically fit ka at sane ka? Second, paano mo matitiyak na nalalabanan mo yung stress? Third, paano mo matitiyak na maayos yung communication mo? Fourth, paano mo matitiyak na maayos yung focus? At 5, paano mo matitiyak na tama yung paggamit mo ng time? Alright, identify yung mga good thing, mga good practice na ginagawa na ninyo. Doon sa kabilang part, yung opportunity for practice, yung hindi ninyo nagagawa pero gusto ninyong gawin. That's home task number 1. And home task number 2 ay ginagawa na ninyo lagi-lagi. It's make a to-do list. So to-do list seems very basic, but they're actually a reflection of your values, principles, and priorities in life. Remember, ang to-do list ay listahan ng lahat ng mahalaga sa iyo. If you already have one, you may simply digitize it. Okay? If you do not have one yet, make one for the coming week. Alright? So use this resource and different kinds of to-do lists to help you to try a different approach. So try coding your to-do list. Now, ito yung next step, no? You prioritize. Pipili ka ng mga bagay na mahalaga. So put a star on tasks that are high priority. Put a happy face next to tasks that will energize you. Alright, kasama dito sa to-do list ha, yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya sa'yo. So, 1 episode ng K-drama. 1 episode lang ha, hindi 1 entire season. No. Alright, highlight breaks and me time that allow you to recharge. Okay, kailangan yun. Cuddle with baby, kailangan yun. Alright, so, gawa kayo ng to-do list, but this time, naka-prioritize siya. Star for high priority, happy face for things that will energize you, and highlight. Anong ibig sabihin na highlight? Kung may stabilo kayo, i-highlight ninyo, or kung may ballpen kayo, ilinyahan nyo lang. That's highlight. That will allow you to recharge. So that's 2, no? Here is a sample, okay? A sample schedule. It could be personal, it could be about personal, it could be about work. Alright? So, remember, self-management is about taking control. It's controlling yourself, alright? It puts you in the driving seat, alright? Managing the self does not mean uubusin mo yung sarili mo. It means you choose what's important. Alright? Para matagal kang makapagbigay. Alright? So, okay. So that is our module for today. That's module 4.1 at ang title niyan, balik tayo sa title, module 4.1, professional skills, core skill number 4, professional skills, maintaining the right attitude and proper decorum starts with the self, managing yourself. All right, so that is our lesson for this week. All right, have a good day. Continue managing yourself. Bye.